Look at this circus. This is what they're calling the future? Be serious. What even is this mess? Looks like somebody ordered a neighborhood off Temu and forgot to read the reviews. Discount townhomes with plastic smiles. And that gate? Oh, we're absolutely talking about that gate. If you're already throwing up fences before anyone even moves in, then whatever's behind it was never meant for everybody. Don't play me. That's a whole lock and key welcome mat. Straight up, you're not invited energy. They can toss in a dry cleaner, a corner shop, or a smoothie bar. Doesn't matter. The vibe doesn't change. If you don't have a lease or a gate code, you're out. And honestly, I'm not even mad at the exclusivity. Just stop selling it like it's for the people. Don't dress it up with fake slogans about community when it's obviously a members-only club. Let's drop the mask and call it what it is. So here's my question. What do y'all think? Is this progress, or just another hustle wrapped in glossy renderings? Are they really building up Dalton, or just building a new Dalton without the people of Dalton? Smash that like button, hit subscribe, send this video to somebody who needs to see the receipts, and comment below, because I need to know where you stand. Now let's really ask, what's Tiffany thinking while all this goes down? New developers strolling in, tossing buzzwords like revitalization and economic growth, acting like they're saving the day. Meanwhile, Tiffany had every chance to lead this show. Every camera, every check, every moment to cash in, but she blew it, played herself right out the game. And the kicker? She could have coasted a little longer, but she showed her cards too early. Now the new guy walks in with Dalton 2.0 blueprints, sliding into the spotlight right after the Pope chaos shook the table. He's got traction. He's got a storyline. Let's just hope his vision doesn't collapse like the last cruise, because if history taught us anything, the ground here stays shaky. And let's not forget the ones who smile in your face, then vanish the second they've cashed their check. I see it every time. But back to this project. Here's the backstory. In 2022, me and a few investors scooped up a 13-acre lot. Original plan? Truck parking. Yeah, that much land just for trucks. Talk about dreaming small. But now, because it sits near the same spot where the Pope drama went down, suddenly it's glowing with resort vibes. Real cute. But the second neighbors started asking questions. They panicked, switched up the sales pitch. Now it's mixed income housing and restoring the community. Sprinkle in a daycare, a bodega, maybe a laundromat, just to sweeten the deal. But let's translate. Mixed income means tossing a handful of affordable units for optics, while the rest stays high dollar. And don't forget, that land is M1 zoned. Industrial. Now they're scrambling to rezone it, piece by piece, begging trustees to rubber stamp it. They've got flashy renderings now, pretty blueprints. But remember, that lot's been sitting empty, crusty, and forgotten for years. Now they're promising rentals, homes for sale, and mixed-use apartments. Translation? You live above a business. Period. They're hyping up pools, playgrounds, childcare centers. Looks great on paper. But will it actually serve the people here? Or just the people inside the gates? Let's be real. If your kid doesn't live inside that development, the moment you step onto that playground, someone's checking you. Sorry, residents only. That's not public. That's not community. That's private property with a smiley sticker on it. And the gate? You saw it. Heavy stay out. Vibes. Gated. Padlocked. Exclusive. So even if they throw in a smoothie spot, you're not walking in unless you're on the list. And that's fine. Build your private oasis. But don't insult us by pretending it's some blessing to Dalton. Just say it's for the chosen few. Meanwhile, storage units are suddenly part of the plan because supposedly every local one is full. Let's not lie about why. People lost their homes, doubled up with family, and had to stash their lives in storage. That's the truth. That's Dalton reality. And here we are, back at those tired renderings. Same prefab townhomes. Same lifeless rows. Same gate staring us down. This isn't about improving the community. It's about replacing it. And here's the kicker. They're slapping a veteran-friendly label on it. Cute. But we know what that means. Marketing fluff. Real veteran support. Housing, jobs, resources? Nowhere to be found. Just flags and slogans. Another empty promise. They claim it's for everyone, singles, families, whoever. But look closer. Their own numbers prove storage units are maxed out because people don't have stable housing. Folks are couch surfing, living out of bins. And here comes this project, selling glossy sketches of a future that doesn't even include the people who need it most. So let's stop pretending. This isn't revolution. This isn't revival. It's another walled-off compound with prettier graphics. And when the prices drop, most of us couldn't even get past the front gate. And behind the curtain, the whole thing's on shaky legs. The money's unstable. Federal grants? Drying up fast. Interest rates? Sky high. Dalton zoning code? So ancient it belongs in a museum. I'm talking rotary phone old. So now they're sprinting to board, begging for a fast-track approval. Why? To grab every pot of state and federal cash they can sniff out. They want green lights on housing, retail storage, condos, the whole buffet. And check this. They dusted off a 2-decade-old loophole just to swap out concrete for cheap masonry. Why? Because concrete's too pricey now. That's not smart planning. That's corner cutting. Let's keep it real. They're trying to rezone the area so they can throw up whatever's trendy. Not a truck depot like they claimed at first. And with these cheap swaps, it's giving cardboard castle. Just wait. Soon they'll slap on a $1,000 HOA fee just to touch the pool. Here's the part that stings. Once they get approval, it's go time. And the rest of us? Stuck on the sidelines. Again, I've seen this movie too many times. Flashy promises, glossy renders, but the community? Always left behind. Yeah, they'll build. Yeah, they'll profit. But the folks who built Dalton from the ground up? No homes, no jobs, no recognition. And once it starts, it spreads. Developers copy the playbook. Before long, the whole town's fenced, gated, gone. I'm not buying the dream. The scam's too obvious. Now they're pushing for 4, maybe 5 floors, just because it's near a train station. And the parking math? Lies. 1 spot per unit? Please. They're cramming in as many as possible. Tossing around fancy terms like 5-to-1 parking ratio and elevated water tanks. Acting like they're building paradise. Nah, this is about profits, not people. Tax boosts, family housing, retail space? All smoke. Look closely. The same guy hyping the plan is trashing current homes, calling them outdated. Meanwhile, his upgrades, too expensive for locals to even dream of affording. You want to make a real impact? Fine. Build the shiny apartments. But put the businesses outside the gate. Public, open, accessible. Let the neighborhood share the benefits. Don't tuck everything behind a wall and pretend it's community-friendly. That's how you actually build a better city. That's what I'd do if I were mayor. Call me Super Mayor Mama. But trust me, y'all don't want me in those council meetings dragging folks on camera. And about the spot? 14700 Harvard Street, right by that CVS on the way to Riverdale. Close to the train. Easy to find. But right now, it's a dump. Overgrown, unkept. You can't even see through the brush. Tumbleweeds out here bigger than trucks. I even pulled up satellite view. That lot's not even big enough for what they're promising. Compared to nearby houses, that polished render they're pushing might fit 5 houses, max. It's not realistic. Not honest. Definitely not what they'll build. Now let's break down that mixed income buzzword. People hear it and instantly think Section 8. But that's not what this is. There's no $75 a month rent coming. They're targeting mid-tier folks. Teachers, firefighters, steady earners. Let's be real, though. They're not building this for low-income residents. If that was a plan, they'd be snatching up rundown homes, patching drywall, fixing plumbing, adding paint. But this is new construction, ground up. Nobody's handing that over for pennies. That's not how the game works. Mixed income sounds dreamy at first. Not bougie penthouses. Not government housing. Just something in between. Tiny studios, 3 bedrooms, a few layouts, different price points. But here's the problem. They keep saying affordable without ever saying the rent. Affordable to who? A rookie teacher making $38K? A retiree on Social Security? Or a transplant from LA who thinks $2,500 for a one-bedroom is a steal? Real talk. In New York, $2,500 buys you a closet with a window the size of an iPad. So yeah, when they say affordable, they're not talking to us. And don't forget, all of this sits on M1 zone land. That's industrial. Doesn't mean smokestacks, but truck depots, warehouses, overnight noise. Stuff that doesn't mix with kids, schools, barbecues. Now they want it flipped to mixed use. Apartments, retail, vague community space. Their slogan? A community within a community. Slick line, gotta admit. But still, it's branding. They're dragging zoning boards, pushing urgency. Why? Because funders want receipts. They want proof Dalton's backing it. Here's the kicker. They know how to play the system. Not illegal, not shady, just sharp. Someone asked if HUD money was a target. They smirked. Maybe, maybe not. Translation. HUD's messy. Politics, drama. Nobody wants that circus. So it's not plan A, but they're chasing every stream possible. Grants, loans, federal scraps. If it fits, they're on it. This isn't passion. It's business. And the main guy, he even said it himself, I want something to show my kids. Look, I built that. That's legacy talk. I can respect it. Then another dude steps up. I brought my team. My mama ran a business here. I love Mayor House. We got deep pockets for Dalton. Oh, word? Whose pockets? Yours or your boys? Because it's sounding like your buddy's the one with the bankroll. And you just showed up for the group photo. Real talk. Next time I meet him, I'm skipping greetings. I'm just going to say, oh, you must be the wallet. No handshake, no small talk. Just straight up wallet. And when it came to vote time, all in favor? Every hand went up. Not one no. Unanimous. Now it's official, full steam ahead. But let's be honest. It's giving scavenger hunt. Everybody's circling that Pope land, trying to scoop what's left. Everybody wants a slice. And we all know what comes next. Another gate, another fence, another locked-up community, where the real community's not invited. Dalton, don't fall for the pretty rapping. Don't get hypnotized by slick designs and smooth talk. Because once that fence goes up, game over. Access denied. Another project for the people that somehow forgets the people. But no matter what, I got love for y'all. Stay sharp. Stay aware. Don't get played. Peace.